Hi there, and a good evening to you. It is Talk, and it's Petrie here with you through until 1 o'clock. And as you know, if you've been listening to this programme for some time, we decided, because these weight loss drugs are talked about absolutely everywhere, that I thought it'd be a good idea to follow somebody on their weight loss journey for you, taking one of these weight loss drugs. In this case, it is Wegovy, and to see, honestly, what it's like to take these drugs. So if you're thinking about it, if you have been thinking about it, then this is the next stage. So joining me now is Dr. Arma Khan, who's an anaesthetic. As you say it for me, aesthetic doctor, and longevity doctor from a Harley Street skin clinic, and Timmy Alexis Carrington-Ward, who's a broadcaster and host of Here She Is show on YouTube. Hello there. Good evening.
Hello. Mine was easier to say, wasn't it?
God, it definitely was. I was going to say Timmy Alexis Carrington-Ward, who does nothing. That was going to be so much easier.
That's going to be on my gravestone. Yeah, did nothing.
Did nothing, achieved nothing, but lost weight. So that's good. Let's talk to Dr. Arma Khan first about this, if I can. Doctor, I know you've been on this this drug as well. How has your journey been so far?
It's not been too bad. I think the main thing is that I can't eat that much. We went out tonight after work. We had a long day, and I went out with Leslie and another doctor who works with us, and I ordered a steak, and I ate about a third of it. I couldn't eat the rest of it, but I enjoyed it. You know, I could taste it. I had a dessert. Because I fancied it. It was, you know, it was nice. I enjoyed it, but only ate, again, a third of it. So, you know, I think I can certainly feel the difference. I can feel the difference in myself, in that I am losing weight. And I'm losing weight around the right parts, around my tummy. My tummy's a lot flatter. I'm more comfortable. Whereas before, when I bent forwards and I bent down, I could feel that roll getting in the way of bending over and doing my shoelaces. That doesn't happen anymore. So we're in our second month now, and I think within that sort of time, I've seen a real change. As far as side effects are concerned, yeah, I feel full. I get a little bit of indigestion. I don't get any regurgitation. I've had a little bit of slowing down of the bowels. Not constipation. I normally go every day, maybe twice a day, but I'm going every once or every other day now. So it's a slight slowing down of my...
Is that a problem, though, Doctor? That, because people say you should be going X amount of times a day. If you're only going a couple of times, once every couple of days, is that just due to the fact you're eating less and you need to go less, or what's happening?
Sure. I think if you're eating normally, and you're eating large amounts, if you're eating processed foods, if your diet isn't brilliant, then clearing your guts is important. Also, you know, we know that when babies feed and they're in balance with their nutritional and their fluid intake, they're not going to the toilet every day. They might not go for a number of days. So I think what's happening is, because I'm eating less, I'm eating mindfully in that I'm chewing 20 times to 40 times with each mouthful. The food's being broken down into small pieces, so there's more absorption, there's less wastage, there's less food going through. Also, the gut's slowing down because the large bowel slows down in accordance to gastric emptying. So what's happening is that everything is slowing down, but it's still moving.
Yeah.
And that's the important thing.
And what about the food noise, just quickly before I come to Timmy? Did you have that constant sort of food noise before?
I did. I used to fancy, you know, a cake or a pastry or something sweet with cream in it. I just don't fancy it anymore. You know, when I feel...
He's got Timmy noise, haven't you now? I've got Timmy noise. I keep phoning you.
Hey. No, but, you know, today I felt a little bit hungry, so I had a banana, and that was fine. So I'm not getting the same noise as I did before.
And Timmy, you, if you get hungry, you have a chocolate bar still, right?
I did use to. I spoke to Dr. Khan today. So my journey is a little bit different.
A little bit different, yeah.
Dr. Khan. So I was a little bit, okay, let's make it work for its money type thing. If I'm hungry, I'm going to have whatever I want type thing. And I did. But my journey is different because I actually have had since going up the dosage to 0.5 milligrams. I think that's right.
Yeah.
The second week I started to get diarrhea. Isn't it?
And that is a common side effect, actually, isn't it? It's one of the most common side effects.
Yes, and people say I talk a lot of diarrhea.
Yeah, well, certainly it's better coming out that end.
Coming from both ends now. But that was on last Tuesday, and honestly, just clearing myself out, and that happened for a couple of days, and stomach cramps, and also another side effect was belching. Now my friend's on it as well, and she calls it men belching because it's a belch but a little bit longer, like you're on a work site. I felt quite manly actually. But I've had, and then I got constipated, and then it just all started again on Sunday, and the stomach cramps and everything. So that's because I believe, because I've gone up a dose and I've got to get used to the side effects. I have looked, which was very helpful. This is what I like to see people speaking about it rather than going to the proper websites that just say you will have this and it's high on the list, diarrhea and stomach cramps. But then I went to this site, and all I did, I put in diarrhea and I put what am I on?
Wegovy, isn't it?
Wegovy. Yeah, you say that. I say Wegovy. And honestly, lists came up with the same thing, speaking the same way as I.
These forums, isn't it, of people that are on the same thing. They're really helpful.
I found that really helpful, actually, just to feel like I'm not alone in that, because it's draining. I am feeling drained at the minute because of the diarrhea. So and you do question, oh, should I be on it if I'm feeling like this? But it then says it can take up to 4 weeks for these side effects for you to get used to. So there you go. I'm through the first week.
You're through the first, but the good news is you'll be losing weight. I mean, and that's the thing, isn't it? But for you, Timmy, it's. If you're worried about that, have you, because you're with Dr. Khan going through this on a sort of program, if you like, have you found that helpful to be able to call Armour and just say, this is happening, should I be worried?
Really helpful when he does pick up his WhatsApps. He's rubbish at WhatsApp.
Well, he's also busy.
From the start of this.
He's a busy man working.
Now you say busy. He just said he was out for dinner, wasn't he, and having a dessert and everything. He didn't worry about me. No, it was so helpful today. I called him and I said, "Listen, blah 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 blah," and we talked it through. And that was one of the reasons I agreed to do it, because I was doing it along with him. We're diet buddies, and that, knowing that a doctor's on my side did make it. Because also I do have to say I do suffer depression, and I am prone to be a hypochondriac, even to the point of when I had my bloods taken at the beginning with Dr. Khan. He phoned me up with the results and I was sweating. He said, your liver's a little bit, and I said, what does that mean? What does that mean? But it was quite normal. But it's that. So again, having him to speak to and having that forum was amazing, just to see you're not alone and this is how it works.
And Dr. Khan, you are the doctor, so and looking after Timmy going through this journey. How important is it to be monitored? At least by somebody, if you're going to be taking these drugs.
Sure, it's very important to be monitored. Number one, it's a drug. It's a medication. It's prescribed, and there is a clinical responsibility that goes with any prescription. And as you see with Timmy, there are side effects. And very severe diarrhea can leave you dehydrated. It can upset your electrolytes, which can then have other effects on your health, particularly your heart and your muscles. So I think being monitored is really, really important. These sort of side effects, we don't know at the moment whether they're side effects of the drug or are they just your guts clearing out? Because there is a change. There is a change in what you're eating, how you're eating. We're changing the quality of the food that you're eating and the nutrition, and you're chewing better. So there is going to be a change in the gut biome, which may be reflected with some diarrhea. Now, I know that when I go abroad to a country like we visited India, and there was a change in the gut biome, so we had diarrhea. And when we came back to England, there was another change in the gut biome, and we had diarrhea. So we don't know what's happening. It could be related to that. It could be a good thing, but it needs to be monitored.
Yeah, absolutely. And Timmy, I did say to you, didn't I, drink lots of water with electrolyte stuff in it. I hope you've done that.
No, I am doing it. I drink loads of these a day. Actually, that's another thing. I'm not craving Coca-Cola.
Wow, now that is something.
Come on, I would be on a 2 litre at the very least a day. And this is actually all right. A day, yeah. So I think
no wonder your guts are complaining.
My guts are celebrating. That's what's happened.
I mean,
I thought Dr. Khan was having champagne there.
It's water, not gin and tonic.
It's water. So, Timmy, if I can just come back to you again, just quickly.
Rehydrating, yes.
Is it worth it? Do you think that?
If I'm totally honest, this last week, but I am a difficult case because I am a hypochondriac.
You
so
totally
I thought
are a hypochondriac.
Literally thought the world's coming after me. I'm going to die. So that's a different matter. So I did question it, but I was also at the back of my mind, I want to see this through because I absolutely can feel now with this next dose, I am absolutely not hearing that food noise, and I am going to eat because I have to eat and I have to remember to eat. So that is the biggest deal. Another friend of mine I spoke to today said they cannot believe that. And I don't think unless you've tried it and you're experiencing it, what it means to just not think about it. That is the most bizarre thing on all of this journey, that you don't. Because I'd wake up and want whatever dessert there was with my morning coffee.
Yeah, custard for breakfast.
Don't even think about it now.
I mean, and for you, that is amazing because, I mean, every time I phone you before now, you'd be shoveling some biscuit or ice cream.
That's only because I can use that excuse, Petrie, to say, I can't talk now, I'm having dinner.
Oh, is that what it is?
Something to hand, yeah, it's an excuse.
Well, listen, thank you so much for sharing the journey and for being really honest about it, because I think that is extremely important. So, Dr. Amar Khan, thank you very much indeed from the Harley Street Skin Clinic, and Timmy Alexis Carrington Ward from absolutely nowhere. But if you do want to see some of Timmy, and he is actually quite funny, go to YouTube and check out Here She Is, and I'm a guest on his show as well. It's the worst roasting you can ever get, but it's very funny. So go and have a look at that. I've got to take a quick break, but I will be back.